Tojo, yeah, this guy was born on December 30th, 1884. Following in his father's footsteps, he attended the Army Cadet School and after that, the Japanese Military Academy.
In 1909, Tojo married and had 3 sons and 4 daughters. He enrolled in the Army Staff College, and from there he made a slow rise to the top. In 1941, he would become the Prime Minister of Japan.
So he became the Prime Minister of War because of his heroic actions during the Sino-Japanese War. This war was in the 1930s between China and Japan. The war ended right before the Great East Asia War broke out. The looming war had made the Japanese worry about the stability in East Asia and about the continuance of world peace.
General Tojo's reputation is comparable to a roller coaster. When he first gained power, Japan was strong behind his decisions and him in general. When Japan was defeated at Saipan, his reputation took a quick nosedive and he resigned very soon after.
In 1941, Tojo presented an idea to the emperor.
Tojo believed that this single idea was very impressive and that it would win the war single-handedly. He believed it would also lead to worldwide power.
So Tojo's idea was to bomb Pearl Harbor in order to take out the USS Navy.
Despite Tojo believing that this idea would lead Japan to front line of world domination, the emperor thought quite the opposite. He thought if they did not bomb the harbor, that they would be free to march on to Soviet Russia in order to help Germany take out the Soviet Union.
Another reason the emperor turned down Tojo's idea was because Japan had no solid reason to attack the United States, and he didn't want the United States to have a reason to attack Japan either.
Behind the emperor's back, Tojo secretly ordered the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Even though Tojo was the man who presented the idea to the emperor never knew who had ordered the attack on Pearl Harbor, nor did he ever suspect that his trusted prime minister would deceive him in such a way.
When the bombing reports came back to Tojo, he was furious, because as it turns out, on the day he had chosen the attack, the U.S. Navy ships were out to sea, and most of them were unharmed. They had avoided utter destruction due simply to luck.
Even though he was angry at these results, he portrayed them in the best way possible in order to get full support from the Japanese people and the emperor. After that, he ordered the troops that were in China and the rest of Asia to start taking over everything.
Then Americans started taking islands and making their way to the homeland of Japan.
Tojo tried the best he could to create a good defense to stop the Americans. He knew he had failed when the 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. After that, he tried to commit suicide by shooting himself in the chest with a gun.
He was, however, unsuccessful because the bullet passed through him without hitting any of his vital organs.
Tojo was then captured and put in prison and was tried for war crimes. He was convicted and sentenced to death in December of 1948.
was on sex. When Tojo. Wait.
After that, he tried to commit suicide by shooting. Okay. Pearl Harbor.